His hands know the carburetor like a hymn he never wrote down. Know the give of seasoned walnut, know a dovetail by the sound. 70 years of knowing, living in 10-knuckled keys, and nobody's ever asked him to show them, if you please. So ask him while the hands remember, ask her while the recipe's alive. The knowledge isn't in the notebooks, it's in the calluses archive. Show me how you do that, Grandpa, is a sentence that can save 100 years of know-how from an unmarked grave. What the hands know, what the hands know, ask before it's brave. And her hands know the pie crust by feel and not by cup. Know exactly when the dough's done by the way it gives it up. How much flour, Grandma, till it's right? That's not a recipe, that's a life. 10,000 Sunday mornings calibrated in a wrist, that's the right. So bring the phone, record it, the hands at work, the hows, the torque of it, the patience, the wisdom in the brows. Cause estate sell the toolbox, but the knowing's not in there. It walks out with the maker unless somebody pulls a chair and says, teach me. 2 small words, the whole repair. Asking while the hands remember, this weekend, not next spring. The sourdough starter, the cast iron seasoning, the way to sharpen anything. And when your own hands hold it someday, the skill passed palm to palm, you'll feel his grip inside your grip. That's the inheritance, that's the song. What the hands know lives forever. If you ask, stay long, stay calm. Show me how you do that. Watch his whole face light up, go on. You had a list of who you'd be back when the world was wide, big as all the noise you'd make, a name they'd say with pride. When somebody needed holding and you set the big plans down, and a small voice in the 3 a.m. asks if you let yourself down. But that wasn't settling, child, that was love taking its shape. You could have gone and been somebody, you chose to show up and stay. You didn't give your one dream away, you traded loud for true. I could have been 100 things, I chose to be a hand for you. Climbing, the bigger and the more, but nobody writes the anthem for the ones who hold the door. Every quiet, faithful thing you did with not a soul to see, that was never second prize, baby. That was what it's ought to be. Cause that wasn't settling, child, that was love taking its shape. You could have gone and been somebody, you chose to show up and stay. You didn't give your one dream away, you traded loud for true. I could have been 100 things, house of fire you keep choosing now. So that wasn't settling love, that was love taking its shape. You could have been a god about it. You chose the hand instead, the hand that holds the life it's given, is holding the realest thing. I could have been 100 things. I chose to be a hand. You didn't settle, you took shape. I chose to be a hand. I chose to be a hand. Hey, my brother, don't say I love you. The words just won't come out. But he showed up when my car died in the rain, without a doubt. He changed my busted water heater, rewired half my place. He can't say one tender sentence, but read the love in the grease on his face. 'Cause my brother fixes things, that's his whole vocabulary. A wrench, a truck, a Saturday. Text me if it's scary. You drive 4 hours for a leaky pipe, and won't stay for the meal. 'Cause being needed is the only way he's ever learned to feel. My brother fixes things, and ever fixes, and I love you for real. And when our daddy passed last winter, he didn't cry, not once. He just rebuilt the back porch railing. Daddy meant to fix for months. Hammered out his whole entire grief into that pressure-treated wood. And I watched him from the window, loving the only way he could. So don't you wait for the soft words from the ones who speak in deeds. The brother, the dad, the quiet one who answers all your needs. Learn their language, meet them there. Say thank you for the drive, for the gutters and the jump start. Brother, that's how I know I'm loved and alive. Some hearts just talking horsepower. Listen, they're the realest kind alive. 'Cause my brother fixes things, and I finally understand. The toolbox is his open heart, the calluses his hand. So I called him up last Sunday, said you don't gotta fix a thing, just come have coffee, brother. long pause. I'll bring my drill, just in case. And that's the whole sweet everything. My brother fixes things, and I'm so fixed by his love. Let the church bells ring. I'll bring my drill, just in case. Yeah, I love you too, you beautiful idiot. The weather now, the back files its complaints. I've got a crick that moved in permanent, and hips that ain't been saints. But I'll tell you about this chassis before you write the old girl off. She carried every child I had, outran a war, outworked a cough. This old machine still runs. Don't you dare go talking trading. Sure, the paint's seen better summers, and the shocks are slow on breaking. But she's got original parts, baby, and a motor full of miles I'm proud I made. This old machine still runs on gratitude and lemonade. And I wouldn't swap her story for a showroom on parade. Yeah, I creak like the porch steps, I nap like it's a sport. I read the menu at arm's distance, and my sprint's a little short. But these hands held 4 grandbabies, these feet danced 50 years. Every scar's a paid off mortgage, every wrinkle's souvenirs. So I won't curse you, body, for slowing into grace. You were never my opponent, you're the home I live in, the only place we made a deal. My chassis and me, I keep her oiled with morning walks. She keeps carrying me to the people I love, and we both ignore the clock. Old friends don't count the mileage, they just talk. This old machine still runs. Hallelujah, hear her humming. Every rattle's just a rhythm, every squeak's a banjo strumming. So here's to bodies that have carried us through every blessed thing. This old machine still runs, y'all. Still got gas enough to sing. And I'll drive her till the wheels come off, then I'll fly on the wing. Still runs, still hums. Thank you, old girl, one more lap. 22 years and a cardboard box, they walked you to the door. Your key card died at noon on Tuesday, like you'd never been before. And the first thing in the morning when the alarm goes off at 6 is a question with no meeting to attend. Who am I without the bricks? But you are not your badge, my friend. You were never the lanyard or the chair. They took a cannot take the builder anywhere. The hands remember everything. The craft came home with you that day. So swing, swing through the fall and you're the music, not the cafe. They closed a room, not the player play. And the dinner party questions, so what do you do? It lands like glass. You've been on with the company so long, you forgot yourself at last. Well, here's the introduction. You should practice in the mirror. See, I'm a craftsman between workshops. I'm a river between seas. I'm currently at large and finally free. 'Cause work is what you do, love. It was never what you are. The title was a costume and the costume's in the car. And yes, the money's frightening, and yes, the pride is bruised. But ask the ones who love you what they value. Not one of them will say his job. They'll say him, her, use. So play, maestro, play. Position open, spirit never laid off. You checked your balance in the bathroom before you ordered at the meal. Got the cheapest thing with water, said I ate before, big deal. You're juggling 3 bills like a circus act, robbing Peter, paying Paul. And somewhere you decided that the shortfall makes you small. Well, honey, broke is not a character flaw. Say it with me, say it loud. Your bank account's a weather report. It is not your soul's accountant, it's a cloud. You can be magnificent and overdrawn, generous with nothing in the till. The size of what you're worth, baby, was never printed on a bill. Broke is a season, your goodness pays out still. 'Cause this world will preach you sideways, that the rich are blessed and shrewd. Like your empty wallet's verdict, like the interest rate's a mood. But I've known millionaires of meanness and broke folks rich in grace, who'd split their last sandwich with a stranger and never make a face. So to everyone who's counting days till payday, doing math at the grocery line, who knows the exact price of eggs and gas and shame by heart, listen, you're fine. You're not behind in life, you're just behind on bills. Those two were never twins. Hold your head up in the checkout, dignity's not sold, it's lived in. And yours, my love, is solvent, that's the win. 'Cause broke is not a character flaw, and rich is not a virtue, never was. The ledger that'll matter in the end counts how you love, not what you owed. Because you can be glorious on ramen, royal on a transfer bus. The wealth that's really yours, baby, don't gather any dust. Broke is just a season, and seasons never insufficient, worth immeasurable next. I was a paycheck in the bedtime. I was the rule and the relief. I was the one who played the bad guy and the one who dried the grief. I was the tooth fairy at midnight and the man you should have feared. I played every single position and nobody ever cheered. 'Cause I was the whole team, baby, the offense and the line, the coach, the bench, the water girl, the ref who called it fine. And you grew up thinking it was easy, that the lights just stayed turned on, and that my love was the whole point. You never saw how close to gone I was the whole team, darling. And you were the only reason that I won. The months I ate my dinner standing, so your plate was always full. The second job you never knew about, the tie that I learned to pull, the Father's Day craft you made me, to the best dad in your scrawl. 'Cause I was that as well, beloved. I was all of it, I was all. And now you've got your own ones, and you called me up last night, just crying, mama, how'd you do it? All alone and turn out right. And I held that phone and smiled, child, 'cause here's the secret, here's the scene. I never did it perfect, I just loved you louder than I was tired. That was the whole scheme. One pair doubled, that's not half a home, that's a heart split into a full-strength team. So I was the whole team, sweetheart, and I'd suit up all again. The every roll, the no days off, the buck that stopped within. And don't you ever call it broken, what we built with just us two. It was whole, it was a family, it was the truest thing I ever knew. I was the whole team, baby, and the trophy, oh, the trophy was you. How'd you do it, Mom? I didn't have a choice, so I made it a calling. Now, go love yours loud. You've got the whole team in you. Oat milk, half sweet, extra hot, that's Jeannie from the bank. Black like his father took it. That's right, no need to ask. And the barista holds 200 orders in her head like family names. 'Cause knowing how somebody takes it is knowing them, it's not a game. How you take it, how you take it, it's the smallest sacred file. The cream and sugar dossier, we keep on those worthwhile. 'Cause I got you one. It's how you like it, is a whole I love you compressed. The coffee order is the proof of study, and the study is the tenderness. How you take it, somebody knows it. You're known, you're blessed. And the new love's first bouquet isn't roses anymore. It's showing up with the right cup, unprompted at the door. 2 sugar splash of cinnamon. You remembered that, and bam, that's the sound of someone realizing they're a noun in someone's plan. And when her husband passed, Miss Ada came in that Thursday, barely there. And the barista didn't ask, just slid across 1 cup and his old chair. Made his order one last time and set it cross from hers to steam. Nobody said a word about it. Intimacy is a ledger grief redeemed. So learn how they take it, people. The coffee, the tea, the day, the ice and everything, cousin. The no phone friend, the chai. 'Cause the orders are a roll call of everybody you hold dear. And being known down to the sugar is why any of us are here. How you take it, I know it, that's love brewed clear. The usual, 2 of the kindest words in any language. Just 1 foot, just one. When you can't see the morning, when the dark sits on your chest, when they say just think positive and you wanna scream, I've tried my best. Don't you run, don't you climb the mountain, don't you fix the whole of you. Just put 1 foot on the floorboard. That'll do, child, that'll do. 1 foot, then the other. That's the gospel, that's the whole. You don't have to want to, you just have to move your soul. 1 inch toward the window, oh, 1 breath into the grave. You don't have to in the morning, you just have to stay. Just stay. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, beloved. That is how we get away. I'm so tired, then be tired and walking. I can't feel feel it. Then walk without the feel. It's too heavy. Then we'll carry the corners. I can't do it. And you'll do it anyway, and that's the deal. 'Cause the feet know how to keep their promise. When the heart forgets the way, and a body in slow motion forward is a prayer the mouth can't say. And I have been down in that valley where the air forgets to come, where you count it not in hours, but in the next breath, in the next one, it's somebody's voice came walking, not to lift me, just to stand and say, you don't have to rise up, sister. I'll just sit here, here's my hand. 1 foot, that's all he's asking. 1 foot and a holding hand. So 1 foot then the other. Let the whole dark room hear it ring. You are still here, and that's a victory. That's a reason, that's a king's own thing. And tomorrow you can fall apart, but tonight you took the floor. You put 1 foot down in the darkness, and beloved, that is war, that is war, that is more. 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, and you walked your own self through that door. You still here? Yeah, 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 I'm still here. Then we already won. 1 more foot, come on. Just 1 foot, come on. Right now there's something in your life that's good and you know it. Something you've started counting the how many of anyway of. Something you know you might lose. Maybe it's your mother's voice on the phone. Maybe it's the quiet of a Tuesday morning. Maybe it's the way somebody loves you that you don't quite trust they'll keep doing. You haven't lost it yet. You haven't lost it yet. Right now, while you're holding this thing, right now, the thing is here. Don't spend the having grieving. You haven't lost it yet. We learn to brace for the leaving. We practice the ache before it comes. We think if we mourn the thing early, the actual losing won't undo us. But the practice doesn't save you. It just takes the habit away. Nobody told us that one. You haven't lost it yet. You haven't lost it yet. claps for the big stuff. The promotions, the weddings, the abs. So tonight, we celebrate the real wins. Let's go. Number 5, you drank some water today. Actual water, not coffee, not wine. Your kidneys wrote a thank you note. Your skin said, finally divine. Hydration Nation, 1 glass. We don't have to talk about the other 6 I owe. Number 4, you answered the phone call. You'd been dodging for a week. Heart pounding, palms are sweating, 2 minutes, and it wasn't even bleak. Anticlinic, yes. Heroic, yes. 'Cause the small wins are the wins, baby, the ones nobody sees. You made the bed, you took the meds, you got off your knees. So throw confetti for the laundry, do a lap around the sink. Celebrate the boring victories, they're bigger than you think. Small wins, small wins. The unsung scoreboard's where you actually win, I think. Number 3, you did not send the text. The 2 a.m., the X, the rage. You typed it, felt it, deleted it, and turned the page. That's a black belt move nobody saw, I saw. Number 2, you went outside the sun. It touched your actual face. Some days that's a marathon. Some days the couch is outer space. And number 1, the championship. You're still here, you're still here. Through a year you weren't sure you'd survive, and you woke up, you persevered. That's not a small win, that's the Super Bowl, the Everest, the gold. So give yourself the trophy, honey. You're harder to take down than you've been told. The smallest win is the biggest one, you stay. Now let the story be told. So celebrate the small wins, the dishes and the breath, the showed up and the didn't quit, the small steps left of death. 'Cause life's not won at the podium, it's won at the kitchen sink. 1 boring, holy, tiny victory. You're winning more than you think. Small wins, beloved, take the bow. The unsung scoreboard loves you, clink. And if all you did today was read this far, that counts. That's number 6. Well done, seriously. Well done. One ordinary Tuesday, up the stairs, half asleep, wait. 40 pounds of dinosaur pajamas, heavy head against your nape. You laid him down, turned off the light, went back to wash the pans, and never knew that that was it, the last time he'd be carried in your hands. 'Cause nobody rings a bell on the last carry up the stairs, the last piggyback, the last uppy mama, the last arrive like air. They only show up afterwards in photographs and aches. So hold them long tonight, you hear. Hold them past the point your back aches. Some ordinary Tuesday is the last one for all our sakes. And it isn't just the carrying, it's the last handhold crossing streets, the last time they yell, watch me at the pool, last tooth beneath the sheets, the last bedtime story big. One more, just one more, please. you'll say no to one of those one night, and that's the one time's a thief with keys. But here's the mercy in it, why the last are never known. If we saw them coming, we'd go crazy, clutch too tight, refuse to groan. So love does it like anesthesia, slips the last past while we sleep, and replaces them with different firsts. First shave, first heartbreak, first car keys, first leap. The carrying just changes shape, the holding's yours to keep. So no, you'll never know the last one till it's 3 years in the past. So here's the only answer: make every carry like the last. Smell the hair on every stair climb, let the dishes sit and wait, 'cause the heaviest thing you'll ever carry is the day there's no more weight. So carry them tonight. Don't be late. Up the stairs, dinosaur pajamas. One more time, just in case. The harvest is in. They said the frost would take it, said the season turned too cold. I counted every blossom anyway, and I held what I could hold. Every hand that doubted the orchard, every voice that said let go, they don't get to taste the sweetness of the row I made it grow. The harvest is in. The harvest is in. Everything I almost lost, I get to keep again. Let the doubters watch me carry it. Let the whole field see me win. The harvest is in. I'm not gonna shrink the victory, I'm not gonna call it luck. I bled for every basket, and I earned this golden truck. The harvest is in. The harvest is in. Everything I almost lost, I get to keep again. Let the doubters watch me carry it. Let the whole field see me win. The harvest is in. For everyone who waited through the long cold with me, for everyone who held the line. This one's loud and this one's ours now. This one's yours as much as mine. sleep again. Let the doubters watch me carry it. Let the whole field see me win. The harvest is in. Carry it home, carry it home. The harvest is in. We're not alone. We're not alone. First thing before the coffee's done, I walk the rows in the gray-blue light. Check the ones that struggled, made it through another night. I don't do it for the harvest, I don't do it to be seen. I do it 'cause a living thing needs someone in between. So I bring the water in the morning, I bring the water every day. That's the whole of love, I figure. You just don't walk away. I bring the water in the morning. Some folks want the big devotion, thunder clapping, grand design. Me, I'll take the small and faithful. One more bucket, one more time. So I bring the water in the morning, I bring the water every day. That's the whole of love, I figure. You just don't walk away. I bring the water in the morning. It ain't the flood that grows a garden, it's the steady, gentle pour, the showing up when nothing's urgent. That's what tending's for. So I bring the water in the morning, I bring the water every day. That's the whole of love, I figure. You just don't walk away. I bring the water in the morning, just the water in the morning, just the showing up, that's enough.
Every Thursday, 2 o'clock, he puts the good shirt on, buys the yellow flowers, always yellow, and drives across to Carrollton, signs the visitor's book politely in the home she lives in now. and introduces himself to his wife of 50 years with the bow. Hello, I'm Walter every Thursday, and she smiles at the stranger with the flowers, and he courts her like it's 1962, charms her slow for hours. Some weeks she just likes his company, some weeks she takes his hand, and once a month or so she whispers, Walt, and heaven needs no other proof to stand. He wins her every Thursday, that's the plan. The nurses dry their eyes on schedule, they've seen it every week for years. He says, don't cry, I get the best part, I get to fall for her in stereo, my dears. Most men get one first dance, one first yes, one first spark. I've had 200 first dates with the same girl. I'm the luckiest man in the dark. And when they ask him how he does it, when she doesn't know his face, he says the vow said sickness, said forgetting. No, it didn't say forgetting, but love fills any space. She don't remember me, that's Tuesday's sorrow, but watch her light up when I walk in. Something in her knows me, call it marrow. We just start again, again, again. Hello, I'm Walter every Thursday. Yellow flowers, pressed blue shirt, 50 years of married courtship. Love outworking the hurt, and if one Thursday she's not waiting, he'll still know just what to do. He'll put the good shirt on for heaven's visiting hours. Hello, sweetheart, it's me. I never stop courting you. Every Thursday, I do. 2 o'clock, yellow flowers, still her fella.
She almost didn't text back. The house is just a wreck. There's laundry on the sofa and a science fair project on deck. But a friend was driving past with coffee, voice cracked on the phone. So she said the brave 11 words, come anyway, it's messy, come on home. Let 'em see the dishes in the sink, let 'em see the pile of mail, 'cause nobody remembers your baseboards, honey. They remember if they felt unveiled. Welcome beats spotless every time. Warm beats curated hands down. The friendships in the come anyway, not the throw pillows, not the gown. Dishes in the sink, doors open, realest hospitality in town. 'Cause we've all been trained by the magazines, by the kitchens on the feed, to believe the house must audition before a friend can come and be. So the loneliness epidemic isn't only missing friends, it's a nation full of people waiting for their counters to make amends. Your grandmother's house was clutter and you loved it there, think back. The doilies and the dish stacks and the welcome nothing lacked. She never once said, excuse the mess. She said, sit down, you want some pie? 'Cause she knew the secret sugar. People don't visit houses, they visit eyes. They visit kitchens with a heartbeat, not a styled and staged goodbye. So let them see the dishes in the sink. Text back, come on through. Move the laundry off the sofa. That's the only prep you need to do. It this afternoon as is, and come anyway, it's messy. Might be the kind of sentence there is. Dishes in the sink, heart on the table. Now that's a house that lives. Coffee's on my mind, the laundry. Get in here. The good china stayed in the cabinet through 40 Christmas dinners. Too nice for every day, she'd say, saving it for some occasion grander. And when she passed, her daughter found it pristine, unchipped, unused. 40 years of Tuesday supper on the everyday, the bruised. So use the good china, baby, light the candle that you're hoarding, wear the dress you're saving, spray the perfume you've been guarding. 'Cause someday's a liar and special occasion never comes. The occasion is your breathing, the occasion is the sun. Use the good china tonight, my love, there is no better one. There's a bottle you've been keeping for a day, that's good enough. There's a candle still in plastic. There's the save it for nice stuff. But the nicest day is already here. It's a regular Wednesday meal. It's the people at your table. It's the realness of the real. 'Cause we save things for the future, like the future's guaranteed. Like there'll always be a fancier moment worthier of the things we need. But the woman with the perfect china, who ate 40 years of raise the good glass to your lips. So use the good china, people, the velvet, the silver, the lace. There is no dress rehearsal. This Tuesday is the place. Pour the wine you're sailing into the glasses that you hide, 'cause the only special occasion is that you're still alive. Use the good china, light it all up, beloved. It's tonight, tonight's the prize. Get the good plates down, yeah, those tonight, because my grandmother and I, we never shared a single tongue. She spoke the old world soft and fast, and I just spoke the young. Hello and eat and I love you, that was all the bridge we had. And a whole ocean of her stories stayed locked behind the gap. And God, that's sad. But the food said it, the food said it, everything her mouth could not. Every dumpling was a sentence, every full plate was a thought. She'd push it toward me, eat, 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 till I thought that I would burst. And I know now that was her whole heart talking in the only word she'd learned to trust. The food said it, beloved, she loved me first, and most and worst. And her hands would smooth my hair back, and her eyes would fill right up, and she'd hold my face like something holy, like I was a brimming cup. We couldn't talk about the weather, couldn't argue, couldn't lie. So all that passed between us was the pure stuff, you and I. And there are things I'll never know now, how she crossed and what she fled, the names of all the people in the old framed photos by her bed. The language died between us, and I grieve that, oh I do. But the love required no translating, it just came roaring through. Some things don't need the words, my darling. Some loves you just taste and know are true. So now I cook her recipes with my clumsy guessing hands, and the kitchen fills with her again, and somehow still she understands. 'Cause when I stir the pot she taught me, without a single word exchanged, I am talking to my grandmother, and across the silence nothing's changed. The food still says it, Nana, I love you too. And that is never ever waned. I'm eating, Nana, I'm eating. Tell me again, the only way you can. She always took the middle seat, gave the window up without a fight, ate the burnt piece, took the cut, said it's fine and meant it right. The older one was struggling, the younger one was wild, so the family ran its rescues right past the easy child. Here's to the kids who were no trouble, who learned that needs make noise, who folded themselves to fit the leftover space with quiet, careful poise. 'Cause low maintenance got translated to doesn't need a thing. But the kid who never asked for help, y'all, was a kid who learned not to ask. That's the sting. The middle seat was never comfortable, it just didn't say anything. And now she's grown, the steady one, the you've always got it together friend. And when her own life cracked last winter, she caught herself again. Typed, "I'm struggling," the family chat, then deleted it letter by letter. Typed, "Happy birthday, Mom Kais," instead. Old habits know her better. So this is for you, the easy ones, the accommodating kind. Being no one's problem ever doesn't mean you're doing fine. And here's your homework just this once. Don't fold it up, don't stash. Send the text you just deleted. Meet out loud, make a little crash. The people who'd have helped you all along are still there, ask. Here's to the kids who were no trouble, you're allowed to be some now. Take the window seat, the last good piece. Unlearn the careful bow, 'cause the family ran on your okayness, and you gave it every mile. Now let somebody rescue you for once. Easy child, easy child. The middle seat's retired, baby. Stretch out, it's been a while. Window seats open, go on you first. Drive safe means I love you. Text me when your land means to. Did you eat is a whole sonnet. Take a jacket that one's true devotion through and through. 'Cause some of us were raised in houses where the big words stayed in drawers, so the love got smuggled out in errands and thermoses and chores. So let me translate, let me translate. Call me when you're close, I love you. I filled your tank up, I love you. Get some rest, I love you, I love you. The dialect of doing, the mother tongue of care. Some people say it straight out loud, and some people just say here. I made you a plate, the love's all there. You just need the translation, and suddenly it's everywhere. His father never said it, not once in 60 years, but he warmed the car each winter morning, scraped the windshield, checked the mirrors. And at the funeral the son stood up and said, "My dad said I love you." Every cold day of my childhood I just didn't speak the language till he was through. So if your people talking tire pressure and leftovers wrapped up tight, and you need money, and watch the steps and extra blankets left at night. Don't go grieving what they never said. Go learn the tongue they spoke. Some hearts are shy in vowels, honey, but fluent in the yoke. And once you hear it, every drive safe is a stroke of love, no joke. So translate back, say drive safe to your stoic dad. He'll hear it, say did you eat to your tired friend. She'll feel it. The dialect works both directions, lean in and steer it. And for the ones who need the plain words, say those two, say both, say all, but never missing I love you. Just 'cause it came dressed as, don't forget your scarf this fall. Drive safe, text me when you land, I love you, that's the call. You good on gas? Yeah, I love you too. The rule was never spoken, but everybody knew. The porch light stays on burning till the last kid's curfew's through. And you'd round the corner, 17 past midnight, heart and throat, and see that yellow porch light, half a scolding, half a hope, half a note. 'Cause the porch light was the language for the things dads didn't say. I'm waiting up, I'm worried, I love you anyway. And it clicked off only after your boots hit the kitchen mat. No lecture, just the hallway, there's a plate for you, and that was that. Porch light code, sweetheart, whole love, one water, imagine that. You're 40 now, and last week you drove the old street on a whim. Slowed down outside the house, new family, new trim. And at dusk the porch light flickered on, and you sat there at the curb, crying over 60 watts of strangers, like some codes never lose their verve. And now it's you at midnight with a teenager out to one, and you catch yourself flipping that switch on the wall. And suddenly you're your father, and it's not a curse, it's a baton. All the things you couldn't put in words are wired in your walls now too. The vigil and the welcome, the worry burning yellow true. The light goes on, the love goes on. It's you, it's him, it's you. Let the wattage say the prayer, 'cause someday they'll drive past this house, grown and gone and far, and remember they were waited for. And that, my love, is who they are. Somebody's porch lit, darling, carrying the code this far. Click, there's a plate for you in the kitchen. She takes her post at 5:15, front window, ears on high, 'cause somewhere in her perfect heart she keeps your schedule, swears by it. And when your car turns up the street, the whole dog detonates. You think you won the lottery, you think you'd part at seas. You're 8 minutes late, 'cause the dog knows something, honey, that the whole world keeps forgetting. You don't audition for the loving. There's no scorecard and no vetting. You came home, that's the whole resume. You exist, that's the parade. And maybe, just maybe, the dog's the one who's got the math of love correctly made. Show up, lose your mind with gladness. That's the trade. She doesn't know you bombed the meeting, doesn't know the card declined, doesn't know you snapped at mama, or the ways you're behind. She knows your footsteps from a stranger's, knows your sad side from your tired. And on the days you can't stand yourself, to her you've never been more admired. So here's the homework, people. Greet your loves like dogs do. Not the jumping, but the policy. Full presence, zero review. Phones down when they enter, eyes up. You're home, you're here, 'cause we've all got somebody walking in the door who's been a stranger all day, dear. Be their front window dog, make the gladness clear. The dog knows something, honey, worth more than what we own. That every single homecoming deserves a losing of the mind, full blown. So tonight when you walk in, and she rockets down the hall, get down on the floor and mean it. That the day's nonsense can stall, 'cause being loved like that, no reason, that's the realest school of all. 5:15, front window, somebody's whole heart is waiting on your headlights. Go home. You set the table out of habit, and you catch yourself at two plates, 2 cups, 2 napkins for a week that's down to you. And you put the extra one back slow, and the cupboard sounds so loud, 'cause the quiet of a house built for 2 voices is the loneliest kind of crowd. And you think you're too old to start over, that the beginning songs are for the young, that this table set for one's the final chapter, and your second chances are all gone. But a table for one, in a table for no one, you're still here, you're still a hope. You didn't lose the life you're owed, you just got handed back your soul. So set it pretty, light the candle, pour the good wine just for you. 'Cause learning to be your own sweet company ain't surrender, baby. It's coming home, it's true. It's the bravest supper you'll ever chew. 30 years of somebody's other half, and you forgot you were a hoe. You forgot the girl before the marriage, the one with her own dreams and goals. Well, she's still in there, she's still hungry. She's been waiting for the room, and the back half of her life still alive, my love. There's a garden still to bloom. 'Cause alone is not the same as lonely, and an ending's not the end. Sometimes a table set for one is where you meet yourself again. So say goodnight to your own reflection, and mean it kind. The someone that you're lying down beside now is a someone worth the time you spent so long learning how to love another. Now learn the harder art, to set a place, to fill a glass, to be the keeper of your own dear heart. And call that holy, call it a start. 'Cause a table for one ain't a table for no one. It's a table that is finally yours. No more shrinking, no more waiting for somebody's love to open doors. You're the host now, you're the honored guest, you're the whole entire feast. And the life that's left is plenty, baby. It's a banquet, not a scrap, at least. So pull your own chair out and eat. Just eat. A table for one is still a table laid with love. Dee's poured 40 years of coffee at the counter on Route 9. She knows who takes it black and bitter, who needs extra cream and time. She's heard divorces before lawyers did, watched diagnoses land at dawn, hailed the volunteer fire boys at 4 a.m. the night the Hendersons' barn was gone. Some churches got a steeple, and some just got a grill, and the sermons house your mother, and the offering's a $2 bill. So here's to the counters and the corner booths. The third place is Palm and Pew, where half this country does its healing over eggs and a refill or two. Dee never went to seminary, but Dee always knew. She's got a wall of graduation photos from kids she fed for free, a drawer of IOUs she never mentions. They're good for it, says Dee. And when her husband passed that winter, the whole town just showed up, took shifts behind her counter, kept her coffee in the cup. And the experts write their papers on the loneliness epidemic, the divide, while the answers flipping pancakes on a griddle, eagle-eyed. You wanna fix a town, a country, build a counter, keep it warm, where a man can sit down broken on and ride out any storm. That's infrastructure, sugar, that's the form. Some churches got a steeple, and some got a bell on the door, and the usual hum means I see you, I've seen you, I'll see you once more. So before they pave it for a drive-through, go sit at counters while they last. Tip heavy, learn the waitress name, and hold your local hallowed ground fast. D still pouring, get there, don't drive past. Open 6 to 2, close Sundays. Everybody's welcome, everybody's known. He's there before the principal, he's there when the buses go. Ring the keys like a janitor's gospel, every door and every echo. And the kids all know him, Mr. Gene, who waves with the push broom hand, who fixed the wobbly desk for Tasha before she even asked, just because he can. 'Cause every school's got a steeple nobody sees, a man with a mop and a master key, who knows which kid eats breakfast here, 'cause home forgot and he lets them be. Slips the nurse a quiet heads up, keeps the gym warm for the dance. Mr. Gene, the building's heartbeat, give the man his whole ends. When he walks by, say his name, y'all, give the keeper of it all a glance. He's pulled rings from clogged up sinks, hung 1,000 science fairs, shoveled snow at 5 a.m. for 30 years, so small feet don't slip on stairs. And at graduation, back row standing, no one calls his name from stage, but half those gowns cross floors he polished, his fingerprints on every page. And one June, a kid named Marcus, diploma in his hand, walked past the stage, past all the teachers, to the back row, to the man, and said, you talked to me that Tuesday in the hall, and it was bad. You're the reason that I'm walking, Mr. Gene. The whole gym stood and clapped, and Gene just said, I'm glad. Every school's got a steeple nobody sees, work boots, name patch, ring the keys, the first hello and the last good night of every building's families. So to the custodians, the lunch crew, the bus drivers, the aides, you're not the background, you're the bedrock, you're how the future gets made. Mr. Gene, the lights are yours now. Last one out, well played. Keys jingling down the hall, good night. School, good night. never saw him do it. That's the artistry, the slight. I gotta hit the restroom, and the check was gone every night. And when you'd protest at the parking lot, he'd wave it off like smoke. You'll get the next one, knowing full well next time he'd pull the same old joke. 'Cause some people say I love you by picking up the tab, by topping off your gas tank, by hours in the neighborhood, a fib. And you can't outgive a giver. Believe me, friend, I've tried. The only way to pay them back is to let them end a ride, and then go pick up someone else's tab someday. That's how his kind of love survives worldwide. He wasn't rich, that's the secret. Drove the same truck 20 years, but he'd slide a 50 in a graduation card faster than the tears. And at his funeral, the stories, half the county line by line. He got my groceries in '09. Quiet, he fixed my brakes and called it fine. So here's the economics of a generous man, the ledger no bank sees. He died without a fortune and left 1,000 legacies. 'Cause money spent on show and love compounds in different math. It turns to college funds and second chances, gravel on somebody's path. The tab he picked up all those years, we're still paying it forward, do the math. Some people say I love you by picking up the tab. So when you catch them at it, don't fight, just squeeze their hand. And somewhere down the line, repay it the only way that's true. Find a stranger's, check a neighbor's need, and quietly come through. You'll get the next one. Yeah, we're the next one, me and you. Check's been handled, pass it on. She's got the group chat pinned and humming, the birthdays in her phone. She booked the cabin, split the bill, made the playlist, drove them home. Every reunion that ever happened 'cause she made the call. She's the social load-bearing wall, baby, and nobody knows that's heavy at all. But who plans the planner's party? Who texts the texter first? Who checks on the one who checks on everyone when her own sky's about to burst? So if you've got a gatherer, the one who hurts you all to the lake, send her the invitation for once. Show up with the cake. The planner's heart needs planning for goodness sake. And you'd never know she wonders, driving home from things she planning out the dates? Would the silence be the guilt? Or would anybody notice? Would the circle just dissolve? She's scared the love's logistics, that without her spreadsheets, no result. So here's the truth, sweet organizer, and receive it like a vow. They don't come because you book it, they come cause you're the warmth, the wow. But friend, run the experiment backwards. Let somebody else hold the pen. And to everyone who's loved a gatherer, you turn plan one, say when. She's been waiting 20 years to just attend. So who plans the planner's party tonight? The answer's US. Surprise her at her own front door. Bring the candles and the fuss, cause the ones who make the gathering deserve a gathering that's theirs. So love your organizer out loud, y'all. Catch her completely unawares, and watch the wall that holds you all finally get held with chairs. RSVP, everyone for her, it's time. You thought about her Tuesday, that friend from years ago, the one who held you worst night, and you almost let her know. But the text felt small and awkward, too long, too out the blue. So you put the phone back down again, like you always do. Text your people, text your people. Don't you wait on a holiday. The ones who crossed your mind this morning, that's your heart showing you the way. Cause thinking of you is a sentence, takes 11 seconds less. And somebody's drowning politely, who would live on that lifeline, yes. Text your people, text your people. Say it plain, you matter, bless. Cause grown-up love is calendars and everybody's tired. The group chat's been on silent since the last one got rehired. But friendship isn't fed on grand occasions, it's fed on little pings. The saw this and thought of you, the dumb meme, the little things. And I know what you're afraid of, that it's been too long, too weird. But nobody in history ever read I miss you and felt worse, my dear. The window never closes, that's the lie that keeps you numb. The friend you're scared to message is praying you're the one. Go on, that's the drum. So text your people, text your people, while the thought is warm and live. Cause we none of us are promised the luxury of time. And when they gather for you someday, let nobody have to say we lost touch. No, let them tell it. She checked on me till her last day. Text your people, text your people right now, today. Go on, pick it up. 11 seconds, send it. Every morning, same as breathing. He'd tuck one in the lunch, a napkin with a doodle, a dumb joke, I love you a bunch. Knock 'em dead at the spelling test. I'm proud of you, here's a bear. 6 years old, she rolled her eyes, but she never threw away a single one. They're still there. 'Cause the napkin notes were nothing, 10 seconds and a pen, and they were everything. A small I see you again and again, 1,000 mornings of you matter, folded next to the juice. The cheapest, deepest kind of love, a daddy and a Sharpie on the loose. The napkin notes, she kept them all, that's the proof. That's the truth. And the middle school years got harder. She asked him please to stop. It's embarrassing the other kids, so the notes moved to her sock drawer top. Folded smaller, slipped in textbooks, in her cleats, inside her case. He never quit, just got more sneaky. Love finds a quieter place. And the day she left for college, he loaded up the car, hugged her hard, drove home alone to a kitchen quiet and ajar. And that first lonely Monday morning, she opened her laptop bag to cram and found one more, last one, kiddo. You've always known exactly who you am. Keep knocking 'em dead, love, your biggest fan. She called him sobbing, and so did he, and there they were again. So write the napkin notes, you parents, the lunchbox, the bathroom mirror, the door. 'Cause they don't remember what you bought them, they remember being adored. 10 seconds and a Sharpie, a proud of you, a heart is a thing they'll keep in a shoebox long after you depart. The napkin notes outlive us, right then that's the art. You've always known exactly who you are. One more, kiddo, always one more. You've got 4,000 photos, and not one of them makes a sound. Not one of them is grandma laughing at the thing she laughs at, round and round. The photos froze her smiling, but they never caught the way she says your name, the little hum she does, the rhythm of the things she'd say. So record her laugh, record her voice, while the laughing's still alive. Hit the button at the dinner, let the camera roll and thrive. 'Cause someday you will trade that house, that ring, that everything you own, for 30 seconds of her saying, "Hi baby, you almost home," on the phone. Record her voice before it's only echo, before she's gone. Ask her to tell the old story, the one you've heard 1,000 times. The boy record the way it climbs. Get her singing in the kitchen, get him humming as he works. 'Cause the voice is the first thing memory loses, and it's the part that hurts the worst. And I know it feels morbid, filming someone who's still here, like you're rushing toward the ending, like you're summoning the fear. But it's the opposite, beloved. It's the deepest kind of love, to say you matter so much that I'm keeping the sound of you. Press record, it's not goodbye, it's holding on, it's true. So record or laugh this Sunday, record his terrible joke. Get the voice memo, the video, the way they say, well folks, 'cause grief will take the photographs and leave you wanting more. But the ones who saved a voice memo, they can open up that door. Record or laugh, beloved. It's the gift you'll thank yourself forevermore. Hi baby, you almost home? Press record. Do it Sunday, promise me. Again, he says, again. And it's the 41st time tonight. The same blue truck, the same lost dog, the same moon, the same goodnight. And you could recite it backwards, you dream in its refrain. And the little truck came home at last. You've read it till you're insane, and you'd read it again. 'Cause it's not about the story, it's the body in your lap. It's the small hand on the corner of the page, the warm weight of a nap about to happen, the gap between awake and dreaming, where you're the safest thing he knows. So read it the 42nd time, beloved. That's where the whole love grows. Page 41 times over, and oh how fast it goes. And one day you won't know it's coming. He'll say, I'm too big for that. And the blue truck book goes on the shelf, and that is just like that. So while he's still demanding the same dumb beautiful tale, read it like it's the first time. Read it slow, read it well. Don't you dare rush the trail, 'cause they don't remember the plot, love, they remember the sound. Your voice doing the dog bark, the way you settle down. That book is the architecture of every safe they'll ever feel. You're not reading them a story, you're building them a keel. Read it again and again, it's the realest thing that's real. So again, he says, again. And you sigh, and you say, okay. And somewhere your future self is begging begging for this very day. The blue truck, the lost dog, the small hand, the drowsy eyes. Read it the 43rd time, parent, 'cause these are the nights disguised as nothing, that turn out to be the prize, the whole prize. And the little truck came home at last. Again, okay baby, again. I'll talk to you later, Ma. That's what I said, half out the door. The key's already in my hand, my mind on 100 things and more. And the phone clicks soft between us, just an ordinary close. Love you by the way we always, and I never ever supposed there'd be no later, no later at all. That the ordinary goodbye was the last. And I have spent these years in torment, wishing I had held it, made it vast. If I'd known, oh, if I'd only known, I'd have said something true and deep. But beloved, let me tell you what the grief taught slow in the long and broken key. There was no later, but oh, there'd been a lifetime of nows. And the nows were love, they run that deep. 'Cause I didn't need a final speech, some perfect weeping scene. I've been saying that I loved her in the did you eat and the where you been, in the Sunday calls, the grocery lists, the drive safe now, the text me when. That was the love, the whole of it, spoken ordinary again and again. So if your last word was a little word, see you bye, I gotta run. And you're aching that it wasn't grander. Hear me, child, hear what I have done. I have laid that torment down now, 'cause the love was never in one line. It was in 10,000 ordinary mornings, and they knew, oh they knew, they had a lifetime on the side. You don't say goodbye in a sentence, you say it in a life, and yours was true and kind. So there was no later, no, no later, no, but there'd been every day before. And I'll trust the love I gave in pieces, added up to something more. And I'll say it to the quiet now, the way I should have all out loud. Talk later, mama, talk later. And I mean the always, baby, you said it every single day. She heard you, she always heard you. Talk later. Well, I called about the bill this morning, the one that says I owe him for a thing I never bought. And a lady made a static, said your call is very important. Important enough to wait an hour. Apparently, or so I thought. Press 1 for English, press 2 for billing. Press 3 if you've forgotten what a human sounds like. Press 4 if you just wanted somebody to talk to. And Lord, some mornings, that's the honest truth, alright. 'Cause it's me and the whole music, me and the dial tone all day. Since Harold passed, the only voice that calls me is the one that says, please stay on the line. We'll be right with you. Oh, please stay on the line with me. Just stay on the line with me. Now the kids, they call on Sundays, bless them when they remember. And the TV talks but never asks me how I am. So I keep a little list of things to call about. The cable, the prescription, the warranty, the scam. Not 'cause I can't fix it, I fixed a farm for 40 years. But a voice is a voice, and the house got awful wide. So I dress up for the pharmacy, I tip the boy who reads my meter. I have got a lot of love in here, and nowhere it can hide. Then today a girl named Keisha picked up on the line, and I started in my speech about the bill, all brisk and through. And she said, Miss Ruth, you sound a little lonesome. Take your time. I got nowhere I gotta be. How are you? And I'll be damned, I cried right into the receiver. A stranger on a headset in a building far away. She didn't fix the bill, she did something better. She heard an old woman. She let me talk. She let me stay. So here's to every Keisha, every voice that slows on down, who hears the lonely and the I'm just calling about my statement, and stays a minute longer on the sound. You don't know what you're giving when you treat a name like more than just a cue. So stay on the line, sweethearts. Oh, stay on the line. There's a whole life waiting to talk to you. Thank you, baby. You have a good day now. You too, Miss Ruth. You call back anytime, I mean it. And you know what? I will. I surely will. The group chat's named the Goon Squad. Been that way since 2010. 5 guys, 10,000 messages, fantasy football memes, and then a Tuesday in November, Danny's sister's number cold. I'm so sorry to tell you like this. And the chat went quiet and old. Nobody wants to rename it. Nobody wants to leave. 5 turned 4, but the header stays, 'cause changing it's the hardest way to grieve. So it sits there in the pocket, a little chapel made of texts, and someone types and stops and types. Nobody knows what comes next. The group chat went quiet, but nobody exits. Then February Super Bowl, Marcus types it, hands unsteady. Danny would have hated that play call, and the chat came back all ready for laughing emojis. Then the stories, the screenshots Danny sent. 2 hours of remembering out loud the best funeral never meant. 'Cause this is how we mourn now, in the rooms he helped us build. His number stays in everyone's phone. His jokes get quoted still. And every year on his birthday, somebody texts the squad, "Miss you, you absolute idiot." And that's a psalm that counts with God. Grief found the group chat, and the group chat held applaud. So don't you rename the group chat. Let the header keep his place. The empty seat at the table can be pixels, still be grace. And talk about him in there. That's the secret, that's the door. The chat's not haunted, honey, it's inhabited. That's what friends are for. The group chat went quiet, then it learned to hold one more. The Goon Squad, 5 members, always 5 send. Everybody got so careful after the funeral with their words. They talk around him like a pothole, change the channel, scatter birds. They think his name's a tripwire, think the mention reopens the scene. But I'm standing here just waiting for somebody to say, remember when he'd anything. So ask me about him, please. Say his name out loud and clear. You won't remind me that he's gone, love. You'll remind me he was here. And I'd rather cry remembering than ache inside this quarantine. 'Cause the silence doesn't protect me, it just erases him by degrees. Ask me about him. Watch me light up, watch me breathe. Tell me the story I've heard 10 times, the one from the fishing trip. Do the impression, get it wrong. let a beer laugh slip. 'Cause grief isn't a glass museum, it's a kitchen warm and used. And every story you bring over is a casserole good news. And if I cry, so what, I'm crying. Tears were never the emergency. The emergency is forgetting. Is the world proceeding plotlessly, like he never told a joke in it, never fixed a single truck? So risk it, friend, lean and say I remember. That's not reopening the wound, that's love, that's luck. Ask me about him always, always. At the wedding, at the store, boy. 5 years on, ask me still, that's what the missing's for. 'Cause the dead die twice, the saying goes. Once when the breathing ends, and once the last time someone says their name. So never, never let it end. Ask me about him, say it, remember when. Amen. His name was a whole world. Say it, I'll meet you there. He kept every drawing on the fridge, then the drawings filled a drawer, then a box marked kids do not throw, then the attic, then some more. 40 years of macaroni art, of handprint turkeys, Valentine, a father who could not throw away a single crayon line. 'Cause he wasn't keeping paper, he was keeping every age. The 4-year-old, the 7, pressed and saved on every page. The drawings were the children, frozen at the hand that drew. And a dad who keeps a shoebox full of scribbles is a dad who's saying, I treasured you, every wrinkled drawing was a nice see you, and I always do. And when she cleaned his house that autumn, after he was gone, she found them, all of them labeled, dated, kept, lived on. Maya, age 5, our dog, in his shaky, careful hand. And she sat down on the attic floor and finally understood the man. 'Cause he never said the soft things, he was quiet, he was gruff, but the keeping was the saying, the boxes were enough. Every saved report card, every ticket stub and note was a love he couldn't speak out loud. So he archived it instead, devoted. The man kept everything, 'cause throwing out the past was more than he could hold or quote. So keep the drawings, parents, and tell the kids you do. Say I kept this 'cause I love you, not the paper you. And to the ones now sorting boxes of a parent who has passed, that hoard of saved up nothing, that was love that meant to last. Every kept thing was a kept promise. you were treasured first to last. Maya, age 5, our dog, he kept it all because he kept you. You've written their apology 100 times in your head. You know just how they'd say it, every word they never said. And you wait like a porch light burning for a car that won't turn in, 'cause you think your wound needs their signature before the healing can begin. And 1, 2, 3, the years go by. 1, 2, 3, you're still at the door, dancing with an empty space where their sorry should have been before. But the apology that never came was never going to set you free. Closure ain't a gift they hand you, it's a thing you grow like a tree. So take your healing out of their hands, love. It was never safe there anyway. You can waltz without a partner, you've been doing it this whole way. 1, 2, 3, you're dancing, you're okay. Maybe they don't even remember the thing that broke you down. Maybe they remember different. Maybe they're not even around. It don't matter, oh, it don't matter, 'cause your mending was never theirs to do. The hand that signs your healing, baby, was always meant to be you. Put the porch light out. 1, 2, 3, coming from the cold. The door you guarded all those years was never the only way home. All told, and forgive them or don't, both are allowed. That was never the price of your peace. You don't owe anybody absolution to earn your own release. Stop waiting at their window, stop rehearsing their remorse. The sorry was a river that dried up years ago, and you, my love, you are your own source. So let it go, let it sway, stay the course, 'cause the apology that never came has held you long enough. Write your own healing line, sign it tender, sign it tough, and waltz, waltz out of the waiting room. 1, 2, 3, into your life. The music never needed their permission, and neither does your light. 1, 2, 3, you're free, you're free tonight. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I signed it myself, and I'm free. Well, we better get going. That was an hour and a half ago. Y'all are still here in the driveway, we're litigating Uncle's rodeo. Car keys out like a promise, One door open, nobody in. 'Cause in this family, goodbye is just how part two of the visit begins. The driveway goodbye, the driveway goodbye, the longest mile in the South, where the realest conversations happen with one foot in and one foot out. The engine's running, the hug's on 3. Mama remembered one more thing: y'all don't leave 'cause y'all don't want to. And ain't that the loveliest lingering? The driveway goodbye, where the love does its loitering. 'Cause inside was the performance, the table manners and the roast. But the driveway's where the truth comes out, the worry and the boast. How's your heart really hits different under porch light by the car. Some families do their deepest talking standing right where the goodbyes are. And the kids fall asleep in car seats while the grown folks finish 3 more rounds. And someday those kids will be the ones who can't leave the lingering grounds. 'Cause nobody teaches the driveway goodbye, it's inherited like ice. The love that can't quite cut the cord on an ordinary night, no surprise. Blessed are the families who are bad at goodbyes. The driveway goodbye, driveway goodbye, the driveway goodbye, driveway goodbye. Headlights on the lawn, text me when you make it home. Still hanging in the dawn. So if your people hold the door too long, count it as the wealth it is. Some folks can't wait to leave each other, and yours can't figure out how to quit. The driveway goodbye, that's the whole inheritance, that's it. Okay, for real this time. Wait, one more thing. First day of kindergarten, his backpack bigger than his back. You walked into the classroom door and your heart began to crack. He turned around to wave at you, then turned back toward the room, toward a life that isn't yours now, toward a slow and lovely bloom. And it's the first of all the leavings, the little practice goodbyes, the door, the bus, the sleepover, the prom, the gate, the skies. They leave you in 1,000 pieces, a wave, a turn, a grown-up stride. And each small letting go is rehearsal for the big one way down the line, denied. So you wave and smile and let him go and die a good death, just a little inside. 'Cause the whole job's teaching leaving, that's the cruelest holy part. You spend each day preparing them to walk away from your heart. The better that you do it, the further off they'll roam. Success looks like an empty nest and a kid who's built a home. So you stood there in the hallway, other parents wiping eyes, a fellowship of the abandoned, the proud, the wrecked, the wise. And you drove home to a quiet Then he ran out at 3 o'clock yelling, "Mommy!" And the whole world came back into the room. They leave and they come running back. That's the rhythm, cling to it, let it bloom. 'Cause they leave you 100 small times before they leave for real. And every wave goodbye's a gift disguised as something you must heal. So treasure the small leavings, the backpacks and the bus. 'Cause the kids who learn to leave us well were loved enough to trust that we'll be here, we'll always be here, waving every time for us. He turned and waved, then walked on in. Go on, baby, go on, I've got the watching. 31 seconds saved since March. Hey sweetheart, it's just your dad. Call me back when you get a chance. Nothing urgent, love you bad. Connection out here by the lake, and that's it, that's the whole thing. You've played it maybe 1,000 times, one hand over the phone like it's a wing. Don't delete the voicemail, back it up in 3 more places. 30 seconds of a voice, outlasting time and all its erasings. 'Cause grief will fade the photographs and smooth the memories' grooves, but nothing brings them back like sound, the pause, the breath, the love you proof. Don't delete the voicemail, some recordings hold the roots. And you panicked when the phone broke, stood in line like the ER. I don't care about the context, there's a voicemail please from Pa. And the kid behind the counter, 19, named Tag Gum. When quiet said my mom's is saved here too, and fixed it didn't charge you none. 'Cause half the world is walking around with ghosts inside their phones, birthday songs and butt dials, call me backs and drive safe homes. And science hasn't named it yet, this sacrament, this keeping, but a voice is how the body remembers love. So the dead stay near while we're sleeping. Play it when you need it, that's not stuck, that's love still speaking. So don't delete the voicemail, and don't you dare feel strange for needing 30 seconds of its dad. When the missing rearranges, and someday when you're ready, play it for his grandkids too. That's your grandpa's voice, he called me Tuesdays. Let the sound pass through, don't delete the voicemail. Love archived, love continued, love you. Nothing urgent, love you. Saved forever, saved.